Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Gary Payton 2 opts into $9.1 million player option. Warriors guard Gary Payton 2 has opted into his $9.1 million player option for next season, reports ESPN's Kendra Andrews. Payton 2 signed with the Portland Trail Blazers in 2022 after winning the championship with the Warriors, before returning to Golden State at the 2022-23 trade deadline. A defensive powerhouse when healthy, the 31-year-old guard averaged 5.5 points, 1.1 assists, and 2.6 rebounds with the Warriors in the 2023-24 season. Payton 2 has been plagued by injury in recent seasons, only playing in 44 games in the 2023-24 regular season. However, he fills a crucial bench role for Golden State, and is quite consistent when healthy. In his championship run with the Warriors, Payton 2 averaged 7.1 points, 1.4 steals, and 3.5 rebounds per game. Hopefully, he can get back to these numbers, but either way, fans are looking forward to seeing him return for a fourth season in Golden State. Regardless of playing time and ability, Payton 2 is a fantastic presence in the locker room and always full of energy. Warriors fans are excited to see him coming back, and have reacted online to news of his return with cries of "Let us go" and "W" in replies across social media. Two members of Warriors' 2019 Finals team to join Dwight Howard in Taiwan. Two former Golden State Warriors players have enlisted to play alongside Dwight Howard in July as members of the Taiwan Mustangs in the biggest hoops tournament in Asia. Shams Charania of The Athletic has reported that currently non-active NBA players DeMarcus Cousins and Quinn Cook are headed to Taiwan to join Howard, who has established himself as a prominent figure in the Taiwan League. 2020 Lakers reunion: DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard and Quinn Cook will play together on the Taiwan Mustangs in the Asian tournament in July, sources say, Charania posted to X on Tuesday, June 18. Howard serves as a player and part owner of the Taiwan League. While the reunion of the trio in Taiwan is Lakers-related, Cousins and Cook also played together as members of the Warriors' Western Conference Championship team in 2018-19. Cousins appeared in 30 games for the Dubs that season and saw minutes in the playoffs as well. He averaged 16.3 points, 8.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.5 blocks and 1.3 steals for Golden State that year, which ended in an NBA Finals loss to the Toronto Raptors. Cousins officially retired from the league in February 2024, which he made clear while speaking with USA Today's Hoops Hype. "I know I've had my time there," Cousins said. "There was a point where I was trying to make that happen, but the place I'm in my life now, just with everything I've got going on just outside of basketball, like I'm in a good place. So, like I said, I'm excited for what I have ahead and my future. You know, my 12 years in the league were a small chapter or chapters in my life, and I'm ready to move on to the next and see what's in store for me." As for Cook, he last played in the association during the 2020-21 season as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Before that, the point guard took part in 2 runs to the finals with the Warriors, capturing a championship ring with the team in 2017-18. Getty Dwight Howard, formerly of the Los Angeles Lakers. Howard played 18 years in the NBA, though none of them with the Warriors. Still, that hasn't stopped a level of awkwardness from developing between the future Hall of Fame center and the Golden State organization. Howard worked out for the Warriors across 2 days in September 2023, as he attempted a return to the league. "I'm told Dwight Howard successfully completed his 2-day workout with Golden State," the Warriors Talk X account posted on September 20, 2023. The past few days for Howard included chats with high-ranking members of the organization, including Steve Kerr and Mike Dunleavy, among others. Howard, who last played for the Los Angeles Lakers in 2021-22, didn't end up joining the roster. He then took to X on September 23, 2023, with a cryptic message. Klay Thompson would love to join one of Warriors' biggest rivals, report. Klay Thompson could be on his way out of the Golden State Warriors organization this summer, and if he has his druthers, he will end up with one of the team's biggest rivals. Stephen A. Smith of ESPN reported during the Monday, June 17 edition of First Take that Thompson would love to link up with the Los Angeles Lakers for the latter stages of his career. In a perfect world, Klay would love to be in Los Angeles, Smith said. We all know that. I'm talking about the Lakers. I mean, could you imagine? Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, played 13 seasons in the NBA. His final 4 came with the Lakers, where he won 2 championship rings. Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors embraces LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers prior to an NBA game in October 2023. Unfortunately for Lakers fans, or perhaps fortunately, depending on how they view Thompson's relative decline since 2019 when back-to-back ACL and Achilles injuries sidelined him for the following 2.5 years, imagining on the matter is all they'll likely be able to do. Smith went on to note that salary cap constrictions in Los Angeles render the addition of Thompson a long shot, at best. Smith also added that he believes the New York Knicks are a more likely destination for Thompson due to their needs in free agency this summer along with the cap space at their disposal. The dip in Thompson's play is significant when considered in the context of who he was before his injuries. Thompson earned trips to 5 consecutive All-Star games between 2015 to 19, during which the Warriors went to 5 consecutive NBA Finals and won 3 rings. Playing alongside 2-time MVP Stephen Curry, Thompson averaged between 20 to 22.3 points per game in all 5 of those campaigns and shot between 40.2% to 44% from behind the three-point line on between 7.1 to 8.3 attempts in those seasons. Thompson, now 34 years old, averaged 17.9 points per game and 38.7% from deep in 2023-24, per Basketball Reference. That said, with salaries spiking across the league and likely to continue trending in that direction as new television deals are on the near horizon, Thompson's floor spacing skills and ability to go off offensively on any given night render him a valuable commodity as a potential 3rd or 4th starter on a contending team. That is particularly in the Eastern Conference, where the competition is not nearly as staunch as it has become in the West. Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors. Thompson is no longer in the conversation as arguably the top two-way wing player in the league, as his defensive abilities and versatility have dropped off. That said, he is still a reasonable defender, which renders him a high-end 3-and-D player in the league. Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report has floated the Orlando Magic as a potential landing spot, to go along with Smith noting the Knicks as a decent bet to at least inquire about Thompson's services. Whichever organization nabs Thompson this summer, be it the Warriors, Lakers, Knicks, Magic or some other team, is probably going to have to offer the shooting guard at least 3 years on a new contract to get the deal done. Thompson realizes he won't see anything like his expiring contract, a 5-year max worth $190 million, Monty Poole of NBA Sports reported on June 17. League sources indicate he's seeking an offer of at least 3 years. Golden State offered Thompson a 2-year deal worth $48 million ahead of last season, which he declined. Remembering Willie Mays, the last of the Black Golden Age legends. Willie Mays was the king of baseball when baseball was king in America. He wore the biggest, shiniest crown. He was the game's most recognized and celebrated and beloved figure. Barbershop arguments might have raged over the best player, but there was no debating the most transcendent. Mays was to baseball in the 1960s what James Brown was to live performance, mesmerizing and unforgettable. Mays was to baseball what Michael Jordan was to basketball in the 1990s. No mere marvelous athlete, but a myth come to life. Mays overcame a glut of obstacles and adversities, most of them directly connected to his skin color, to rise above American sports in much the same way the sun rises above the planet. That Mays was 93 years old when he passed away Tuesday makes quite the statement. There is poetry in realizing that of the gilded legends populating the heart of baseball's golden era, he was the last to leave us. When the wonderfully magnetic Roberto Clemente died tragically in December 1972, Mays grieved but carried on, putting in one more season before retiring. When Ernie Banks, aka Mr. Cub, died in January 2015, Mays likely shed a tear but kept marching. When Frank Robinson, Hall of Fame slugger and Major League Baseball's first black manager, died in 2019, Mays still had a heartbeat. When Bob Gibson, the most intimidating of the big-game pitchers, died in October 2020 and the incredible Henry Aaron left us 4 months later, Willie surely felt alone. They had been each other's company when companionship was essential to survival in a world they entered as outsiders. Each would host the other when in town. They were Mays' skinfolk, if not kinfolk. But it was Mays, at the pinnacle of that great wave of black players that entered MLB in the 1950s and early by the mid-1960s, who emphatically proved that black players not only possessed the physical tools and mental makeup to excel, but that their ability was unsurpassed. That they were more than capable, despite being told year after year, until Jackie Robinson's debut in 1947, that they were not welcome in MLB. It is our good fortune that we were blessed with Mays' presence as certified legend for more than 70 years. He outlasted all those stars in his orbit. The significance of Mays is that any conversation about the best player who ever lived that doesn't include him is counterfeit. Bogus. I was too young to see Mays in his prime, my childhood memories are of his final few seasons. But I've seen the record book. Seen the video. Heard the stories from those who were first-hand witnesses to Mays' work. It is apparent that he had every gift required of superb baseball. Mays was the ultra-rare six-tool player, hitting for average, hitting for power, running like a deer, catching anything within 4 miles, throwing like a cannon and thinking like a savant. I recall a story from the late, great broadcaster Lon Simmons, who sometime in the early 2000s explained that there were instances when Mays would lash a sure double but stop at first base. Why? Not for lack of hustle, but because he didn't want the cleanup hitter, Willie McCovey, coming to the plate with first base open and getting walked. Yet it was Mays' seventh tool that set him apart. He had genuine charisma, radiating a combination of boyish joy. He famously would play stickball with kids in the streets of New York, and treating the game as it should be. People bought tickets to see Mays not only hoping he would hit a home run but also simply to catch a glimpse of him trotting out to center field to play defense. That's because Mays was magic in cleats, in an age when every kid thought cleats were magical. His loss diminishes us all, for all tools considered, he was the best there ever was. Why Draymond earned Ice Cube's respect as NBA enforcer. Ice Cube, who is one of the greatest rappers of all time and a devoted Los Angeles Lakers fan, has plenty of respect for the Warriors and franchise pillar Draymond Green. Appearing on the latest episode of Dubs Talk, Ice Cube was asked by NBC Sports Bay Area's Monty Poole what he thought about Green and his game. "It doesn't matter, you know?" Ice Cube said, holding up 4 fingers to signify Green's 4 NBA championships. At the end of the day, he has helped this organization get 4 titles. 4, not 1, not 2, not 3 but 4, so you've got to respect his game. Whatever he gives to the Warriors, it has helped them become a great organization, and he's just as much a part of that as Steph, Curry, or Klay Thompson, or anybody. Green has become a polarizing figure during his NBA career due to his physical style of play, which has earned him a legion of devotees as well as detractors. Clearly, a basketball fanatic like Ice Cube respects the impact Green has had on the Warriors franchise, with the team developing into one of the league's all-time great dynasties during his tenure with Golden State. While Green has led Golden State to incredible success, he has drawn the ire of fans and officials alike for his on-court demeanor, which has landed him numerous suspensions during his career. The most recent incident was Green striking Phoenix Suns center Jusuf Nurkic in the face during a game on December 12, leading to an indefinite suspension by the NBA. Ice Cube was in the Bay Area to promote his Big Three basketball league, which had a tournament at Oakland Arena on June 15. The Big Three League is a 3-on-3 basketball league founded by the legendary rapper in 2017 and features plenty of former NBA players such as ex-Warrior Leandro Barbosa and former All-Star Paul Millsap. Draymond Green reveals his conversation with Jason Tatum after winning his first NBA championship. As a 4x NBA champion, Draymond Green knows more than most about what it takes to win at the highest level of competition. So after Jason Tatum captured his first championship on Monday, Draymond made sure to give him a call and get his thoughts on the experience. "I called him yesterday and he had the trophy, smiling from ear to ear. And he just holding the trophy. He said to me, 'I don't know what I thought this was gonna feel like, but whatever, I thought it's way better.' And the thoughts you have of winning a championship are pretty high," said Green. "And I just called him number one to say congratulations. But number two, I said to him, I just need to feel this energy because I know what it's like. When you're around someone who just won a championship, the vibrations that you catch from them, their frequency level is at an all-time high." Tatum, 26, is fresh off his first championship run after beating the Dallas Mavericks in the 2024 NBA Finals. While he wasn't named MVP in the series, that honor went to his teammate Jaylen Brown. He was still a critical part of the team, going 16-3 through all 4 rounds. With the championship parade set for later this week, Tatum and the Celtics are taking the time to relish their championship and savor the moment for as long as possible. As a 4x champion himself, Draymond knows all too well what it's like to be in this position. The 4x All-Star was been an important part of a dynasty for years, and he had more time at the top alongside 2x MVP Stephen Curry than most players will ever see in their careers. Sadly, the glory days are a thing of the past for the Warriors. This past season, they finished 10th in the West and couldn't even make it out of the play-in tournament. Klay is washed up and threatening to leave, Stephen Curry is in decline, and Draymond can barely keep his temper in check during games. For a team that's lost its way, seeing Tatum with that championship glow may have been exactly what Draymond needed to snap back to form and pull his team out of the gutter. With a title now secured, Tatum's legacy has reached an entirely new level. While he may not be better than Nikola Jokic or Giannis Antetokounmpo, his talents and leadership are clearly among the best, and he has rightfully earned his place as one of the best players in the game. After winning Game 5, he sent a message directly to the doubts and explained how all his team really needed was time. "We were always good and talented," Tatum said via ESPN. "The game needed to slow down. We got to the conference finals 2 out of our first 3 years, and it just seemed like we were all so much older than we actually are. Everybody was like, oh, they didn't win it. They can't play together. They should trade him. And I was always like, I just turned 26 and he's 27. Nobody wanted to give us no time." The Celtics have endured rumors and doubt from all corners of the community, but they had reached its climax after losing in the 2023 Eastern Conference Finals. Fortunately, Tatum has since redeemed that loss and has proven to the world that he's someone who can compete for championships over many years to come. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jason Tatum? Leave your opinion in the comments.